Hello, hello. Welcome back. I think we're live. I think we're going. I think it's working. Testing, testing, testing. Hello. All right, today. Oh, I don't even know if this is working. Is this working? Bruh, I have no idea. It's kind of like black screening right now. I don't know. Okay, no, we're good, we're good, we're good. All right, I don't know what that was, but we're back. Hello, everybody. Hello, my lovely people. Good afternoon. It is 12 p.m. where I am. Hope you guys are having a decent day. It's a little bit of a late start, but we're just going to jump into it. We're going to continue on with some identifiers. It would be nice to check if background tasks work even if the app is terminated. So also, this keeps on showing up. I need to remove this extension. What is it? Gradle. Just uninstall this. It actually doesn't do anything for me. Reload required, sure. Hopefully you guys are ready to code or do something. Hang out, whatever you guys are down for, but hopefully I can get some good work done. We need to open up before this I was watching Haikyuu highlights, but no more Haikyuu highlights. We're just gonna I should really save the packages that I use. Like I used this one. Let's just save that. It's also giving me a add it to the dictionary. Okay. Because the way that this debugs, it's supposed to share something. Logger to string. It will post a notification. It will post a notification. I wonder if there's like pictures or something. Or I can run the example and see if it works. Move to Android Gradle 8. Okay, so yeah, I feel like I should be upgrading to the newest Android Gradle, but every time I do it breaks and I don't know what to do about it. I don't know. Oh, you know where it said that it would have a notification? Oh, okay, I found it. Okay, once the flag is enabled, you will receive a notification whenever a background task is triggered. This way you can keep track of it. Oh, you know what this is? Maybe it needs to be on an actual phone. Oh, wait, no. Wait. No, we already did this. Debugging can be difficult. There's no guarantee, however, you know what? It probably just needs to be on a phone. So let's try that. We have a pixel here that I use for testing. And we are going to try and see if we can get this to work. So we'll connect it to our Android. We'll run this. And we'll see what happens when we background it. I wish that I could like share, like show you guys my screen. Like, I wish I could like share my phone screen. Oh, there's a fly. Get out of here. Yeah. Just wondering if that's a bug up there. Hopefully this doesn't take forever to run, because yesterday I was trying to run my program and it took forever to load. So it's not loaded yet. It's just taking forever. But yeah, I'm trying to be more consistent with, I mean, like, I usually am consistent with streaming, but I got scared about making this giant API, and then it turns out I didn't need to do it. Maybe that's what my next video will be about, just kind of like not giving up when you're close to a solution. Oh, this is gonna take forever. I'm so upset. Like, it gets stuck here and I don't know what to do. Configure widget activity in it. I feel like there's something wrong with my debugging that makes it. Oh, never mind. It's working. Cool. There you go. Okay. So now you guys can see my screen, so I think I can do it this way. So if I background it and I go to a different site, it'll call a method and it'll start periodically showing a bunch of stuff. Oh god, I have a lot of notifications. What the hell? What are all these notifications? I need to turn off notifications on this, but okay. So now, what the heck? Oh, it's not showing. How did this guy do it? To facilitate debugging is in debug mode needs to be true. I thought I did that. Is debug mode true? True. I mean, that's what we did. I wonder why this isn't showing. Like, do I need to... Maybe there's something in my manifest file that isn't working properly? But this should all be good to go. Yeah, it has Flutter embedding 2 and repositories. Google may, oh, I don't know if I have that. Wait, this is in the build script, so that's in this Gradle file. No, it's in this one. Repository and entry 1.7.10. Yeah, so this is working. This is working. It's just not. Why is it not showing this? Is it maybe because I'm on Do Not Disturb? Let me see. Let's see, canceled, exception without cause. I think that's fine. It's just not, maybe I need to activate developer mode or something. But I thought I already did that. Developer options. Bug report handler. View and control running services. Yeah, maybe it's just broken. USB debugging, enter verbose logging. Yeah, no. Default USB configuration. Oh, you know what it is? Maybe the app that I have, maybe I need to enable notifications for it. So focus, oh yeah, notifications are off. Okay. Wait, how come I can't change it? At your request, Android is blocking this app's notification. What? At your request, Android is blocking this. Since when? I didn't do anything. This is so weird. Probably something that I'm not doing right. Oh, here. It's probably something about using permissions. All right, let's close this. Let's run the app again. Yeah, I didn't realize I had to enable notifications as well, which is probably the reason why. I also have to eat lunch. I was thinking about it. I was like, maybe I should eat lunch and then I'll start. But honestly, I was kind of delaying my coding session for a long time. And, what do you call it? And I just wanted to get it started. And if you guys dip out when I go to have lunch, that's totally fine. Okay, let's see here. Oh, here we go. Oh, I did it. Okay, there's notifications now. Lost connection to device. Hey, what's up, Admiral? Okay, wait, so now notifications are enabled. Okay, notifications are enabled now. Cool. So now if we run this, the goal Oh, shoot. Oh, I think it's working. Oh, it's working. Nice. See? Oh, well, it turned off because I restarted the app. But, all right. Here, let me clear some things. Okay, here we go. So we have the app, right? And then, oh, this is going to be a pain to show. We're gonna, oh, it's not even focusing. Oh? Oh, it's already, oh, it's already, okay, it seems like it's canceling right now, so, all right. Uh, we're just gonna background the app. Please focus, sir. I guess it's focused on me. There you go. And then we're gonna click this button, and then that is going to cause a notification to start, right? Yeah. So now we have 12:27, 12:27:39, and there's a notification here. It's kind of working. Result failure. Input data not found. Callback handle. That's fine. The thing that I want to do now is if I terminate my app like this, does it keep going? I don't know. I guess we'll wait to see. I don't really know how this is gonna work, but okay, let's just try while we're waiting for the device to load. Let's just try to get this working. All right, so we don't need the one-off task. We don't need that. And then now we need to pass in data that we want to use. So what do we want to pass in? We really want to pass in I changed my name so you can remember. Oh. Oh, Adrian, right. Adrian, what's up? What's up? Okay, so 12:30:18. Okay, so that's now. It seems like this task is running. So at 12:45, we're going to see if it worked. Even though we terminated from the app already, and if we terminate from the app, it should still show a success function. Okay. What do we want to send? We want to send... What exactly do we want to send? The thing is that we can send data over, but it doesn't matter because what matters is the data that is currently being seen in this moment. So maybe input data doesn't really matter. Let's see. It's on a VM, so we don't have access to... We don't have access to our preferences. let's go into the GitHub repo and see if we can find how they use this. Readme, execution, get int, total. Okay, so there's no shared preferences. They're actually just grabbing the data. Okay, so if it's just grabbing data here, let's delete stuff we don't need. And essentially, what we would need to do is we would need to do this. Or no, not this. We would need to do get appless here. We would need to do this. And we would have to invoke a method to return a list of apps not related to our model. Is it possible to just create this? We can probably just create one of these, right? Oh no, we need a build context. I mean, we can just get a build context, I think. Actually, there's no build context in a isolated world, right? Let me double check that that's true. Yeah, there's no context here. There's no context unless we build a widget. And if we build a widget for a build context, it doesn't really do anything. It kind of just adds a lot of plumbing that we don't need. So I think the best thing to do here would probably be to just copy functionality. Yeah. So what we would need from, yes, so that's correct. What we would need from our app is the list of blocked apps. Let me see. Personal profile. See, the thing is, Flutter shared preferences. Like, is this shared? Let me try something after this runs. So we're waiting until 12:45 for this. And then while this is running, what I want to try doing is I want to see if this works. This is actually not a let's pick something that, let's see, at this point when it's inactive, I think everything should be, let's see, hidden, paused, canceled. So that's the order. So hidden, paused, canceled. Okay, so it should save everything. So let's choose maybe like schedule list. Yeah, let's do schedule list. We're just trying to see if we can get some values here. And what did we do for this? Scheduled list is it's a string. I think it's a string. It looks like a string, right? Let's see what they have. They have bool, int, yeah, list and string. We could just do get string. That'll probably work. Or maybe we try doing string list. See if that works. I'll just do a string. It should be okay. We're waiting until this loads though. Oh, I hit 1K? Oh, yes. Oh my god, I missed it. No. Oh, I missed the countdown. Oh, we finally hit it. Let's go. Okay, guys. I mean, temporary celebration, and then we move on to the next goal. So what should we go for? 2,000, right? That's the next goal. Oh, I'm so happy. Oh, it's been, I mean, for all the people that have been around for a while, I mean, I think the channel's been around for like a year, so thank you for supporting me and being around and always showing love and support. I always appreciate every single one of you, but oh my gosh. I don't know. 1,000's a big number to me. Like I know it's small with all the big numbers that are out there in the world, but it just makes me super happy that there's 1,000 of you guys that are here that, you know, I don't know, just like my content. Hopefully I can continue to support you guys, entertain you guys, and just give you guys a community to just come back to every now and again. I really appreciate it. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And now I feel even more motivated to finish this app so that you guys can use it. Trust me, it's hard. I used to vlog and it's a crazy number. Yeah, no. And I've been conflicted because obviously, like, in the game you do have to like put yourself out there and kind of like flaunt some things, but I never. So there are a few times when obviously I'd use my job because like the prestige and the reputation helps a lot with like getting content out. But I've also been trying to like push for different types of content or different efforts that kind of showcase who I am, and not necessarily about my job. And the thing that I didn't like as much when I was doing Google content is like most of the questions tend to just like make people more narrow focused and just like care about the job rather than like all the things surrounding software engineering. Like there's a lot of fun things to do in the industry. There's a lot of fun questions, and I like as a content creator, I already as a content creator and as a fellow software engineer, like I already see the content that kind of like narrow focuses a lot of people into only thinking about FANG companies or only thinking about manga companies or like the big tech. And there's just so many more sectors. There's like so many more projects that are just super, super fun. And that's, I think, what I'm trying to do on this channel, like with this community. Like I'm trying to inspire by being a part of the effort, like being a part of the effort that's just like having fun, relaxing, like coding on a weekend, And obviously showing what it's like, which isn't like very glamorous. Like it's not a, it's not like what tech is depicted as like in the big cities and stuff. Like it is just like sitting, looking at hundreds of lines of codes or making hundreds of lines of codes and being frustrated, um, or just having quiet sessions where you're just typing. And I'm trying to normalize that. So in the effort, we'll keep doing it. We'll keep pushing forward, and I'm just excited for. I mean, I was gonna say excited for the next year, but it's pretty much like, I mean, we still have a long way to go. We got like 10 months left. My year goal is to hit 100K, which sounds crazy right now, but I never thought I'd hit 1,000. So we're just gonna keep shooting for it. Um, 2K new goal, yeah, 2K new goal, yeah, 2K new goal for sure. Um, I'm just gonna keep trying to make content, and yeah, if you guys have any feedback for me, I'm always open to hearing about it. Okay, so because it's reading from this, it shouldn't be waiting on performer. Okay, yeah, I think this is a good way to test it in a second, but I'm just waiting till like literally 2 minutes here. Second periodic task. Yeah, I'm waiting for this thing. Okay, so second period task started. Like this started, but it didn't call back handle. Yeah, this one's odd. I think if you want to grow more, you should take clips from your lives and upload them to shorts. Oh yeah, yeah, that's true. It is, but like the reason I stopped myself, like it's not that I'm not down to do the work. It's just more like when I stream, like if it's the hour streams, it's not bad, but sometimes I stream for like 4 hours, and sifting through 4 hours for good content is really, really hard. Maybe I can get my editor to do it. Um, I can maybe ask him actually. Let me ask. Let me ask my editor if he would be down for this. Hey. I mean, it would make it easier because then I wouldn't have to make content anymore, like or like separate videos. Um, you just had a good clip with the whole not using your job stuff. Yeah, yeah, I know. I mean, maybe I should just mark them so it's like easier to kind of know what I need to look at. But let me ask my editor. Let me see what he says. Oh, it does work. Okay, nice. Here we go. Check this out. Wait, let me block my face. Check that out. The background task started even though, okay, so this is just running in the background permanently, which is kind of funny and kind of scary because okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is I think, okay, let me see. I'm pretty sure that that I don't even need to use a phone. I'm pretty sure I could use an emulator. But yeah, with that being said, I did shoot a message over to my editor. We'll see what he says, how he feels about that, because I don't want him to go through hours of footage and have him feel bad. But yeah, it would be good though. It'd be a good way to like summarize the live stream sessions in maybe a more entertaining way, and I wouldn't have to make content anymore. Or like, I mean, obviously I'm making content, but it lets me focus on the live stream. Do you pay him? Yeah, but I pay him like a very unfair amount in my opinion. Like, I think he deserves more for the work that he does. And I don't have the income yet, but I'm hoping that one day I do, you know? Eh. No, I missed the confetti. What the heck? I'm trying to take a picture of this. Um, yeah, hopefully when I get monetized and stuff, I can pay him a more fair amount. But yeah. Okay, so we're gonna try this out. This is probably gonna crash my program, but we ball. Also, I don't know how to go into my settings menu from here. How do I... Okay, yeah, I just do that. Okay, cool. My emulator is like freaking out on me right now, but it's fine. Yeah, this emulator needs to warm up. It is cold booted and it is breaking itself. Come on. I mean, this makes me want to just use the device more, but I like that it's on the screen for you guys to see. It's a lot easier and nicer. My emulator is like freezing right now. Also, it kind of confuses me because I never really know where my I never really know where the subscribers are coming from, like which videos. Like I know which ones performed well. All right, Pixel Launcher crashed. Very good. Sure, doesn't matter. Okay, so this is working now. We have to do two things. One, we have to go into our settings menu and go into our applications Notifications, maybe. No, it's definitely apps. Apps. And this one. And let's turn on notifications. Let's go back here and let's reset this. And there you go. Now we see all of the notifications. See, there you go. As you can also see, this isn't working. Let's. What was that noise from? What the heck? What was that notification noise? Was that from the phone? Okay. Well, this is clearly not working. I'm pretty sure if I printed this, like, right here, like if I did this, all right, if I did this, refreshed it, I mean, we can find out pretty quickly if this updated with the refresh. So let's see here. Yeah, that is from the Android app. That's annoying. Okay, let's see. Was canceled. I don't see a null statement. Oh, here. Hidden, paused, null. Okay, so even here, it's, even in main. But it saved it, right? Widget dot user profile. Save personal profile. Let's just try something simple. Let's try this. Maybe it's not, okay, this is definitely this, right? How do I mute this? Yeah, it's definitely that. All right, let's mute it. My bad, people. Why does it keep doing that? Where is the sound coming from? I'm so confused. I'm pretty sure it's through this. Okay, so this does work. What did I have it as? All right. This is grabbing the profile. Why does it keep ringing like that? What is happening? Oh, here we go. Later. All right, let's see here. It's null again. I wonder why it's doing that. Yeah, these definitely need await statements. But the await statement shouldn't bother this. So I don't know why this isn't working. See, schedule list, and it has a schedule. So now if I do this, this should now show a scheduled list. Right? Ah, no. That's correct. That's correct. Personal profile gives... Okay, so personal profile is the thing that gives it because personal profile is a string that holds all the other properties. Ah, yes. Okay, I've been doing this wrong. So let's try doing this. And let's refresh this, see if that works. Okay, let's see here. We're running this. Run this forward. Let's see if this is still null. Hopefully it's not. No, it is null. Dang. Yeah, this is null. It's an isolated environment. We can either generate the data list separately. Yeah, this seems like it can't do that. Seems like it can't support. Since each has, so since each has its own, in order to make preference lookup via get, synchronous uses a cache, which is normally updated. Usually this is implementation detail that does not affect callers, but it can cause issues in a few cases. You should call reload on the instance from it to update its cache with any external changes. If this is problematic, okay, so apparently you could do reload. Prefs.reload. Is this a future? Okay, let's try this. We'll try again. And if this doesn't work, that's totally okay. We'll just have to shift a lot of the method calls and everything in the actual isolate here, or virtual machine entry point. So let's see. It's still null. Yeah, so this isn't gonna work. Okay, cool. Okay, so we can probably do this. All right, so how do you communicate between them? You can probably communicate between them through some fancy way here. Oh, here. So spawn isolate port.send. And then a receive port. It's like kind of okay, but this kind of does it for creating specific Flutter communicate between concurrency is so interesting. All right, I'm gonna eat. I'll be back. Let me put a text out for you guys. And is it properties? I haven't done this in a while. It is 106, so we'll say left for 110, come back around like 2:45, sure. Okay, guys, I'll be back. I just realized that when I get up, it shows my bed, and my bed's a little messy. But that is a-okay. Alright. Let me remove the text. Alright, we're good. I'm back. And I just jumped straight back into it. They cannot share memory or state. While isolates provide a way. Hey, what's up? Vitor Hugo Fraga. I don't always use ChatGPT, but sometimes I do. ChatGPT or Gemini, just any AI conversation model if I need help. But for the most part, I find it a lot more natural to look things up on Stack Overflow, Medium, and GitHub repos. It just the answers aren't exactly what I want, because I feel like there's a certain way to ask conversations sometimes. Fortunately, provides a simpler way, which is a high level to execute a function in an isolate and receive the result. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, so this definitely has to do with isolates. The only thing that we need to see what this does. Plugin utilities. So these are isolates. These are isolates, and let's see if there's general documentation for this. My tabs are starting to get a little bit. Use platform plugins. You can use platform plugins and background isolates. This opens possibilities. Use the background isolate binary messenger API. What the heck is this? There seems to be a way can only communicate with message passing to ensure that mutable objects in an isolate are only ever accessible in a single isolate. Therefore, isolates are limited by their access to their own memory. For example, if you have an application with a global mutable variable, I don't know if this applies to what we want. I don't think asynchronous support is exactly what we want either. Let's see. Plugin utilities. Foreground channel, it's a method channel which initializes yeah, so this is definitely going to each platform. All right, we did that. I guess we can. Maybe we can have. No, because isolates are different. It needs to be in the entry point. Maybe I should be. No, that's too many data calls. I was thinking like maybe I should be storing all of this information in a database, but that's just a lot of data per user. You would have to store every piece of a every piece of every piece of the user profile in a database. That's way too much. I don't think I don't think that's viable. I'm using Flutter Isolate. I'm trying to remove an item from shared preference, but it doesn't seem to work. The item still exists on the main thread. So it feels like it should be able to work, no? What are you trying to do now? I'm trying to pretty much there is data cached in our main thread right here. I know they all say main. There has to be a way, by the way, to rename these so they look different, but pretty much one of these call stacks in main is our main thread, and then the other two are virtual machine threads that are created that are in isolated environments. And I'm trying to get information from the main thread. I'm trying to get data from the main thread, which is saved. It's supposed to be saved in disk, using a shared preference, which is like a data storage plugin. And I'm trying to pull it into a virtual machine, but it doesn't seem to be working at all. Mm. Communicate from different engines is needed in this situation. Currently, I solved this problem by starting an HTTP service. Oh, that's kind of smart. We can create a service. Wait, this is kind of smart. This guy's cooking. HTTP requests in our app. I mean, as long as it's all local, it doesn't matter, right? That's a lot of conversion, though. You'd have to convert it to JSON like 3 times. Undocumented requirement of pragma. I don't know how else to... I don't know how else to indicate this. It's giving me, like, it gives me a problem. I don't know how to ask this question. That's the problem. Let's see if anyone in the GitHub repos, maybe like here. How do I go to the bugs? I thought it was pull requests. Isn't it here? It is in here. Labels. I mean, I guess I couldn't find it before. Oh, they're working on it. They're working on it. How is this going? Let's see. some checks were not successful. Okay, I guess they're still working on it. It seems pretty. They're close to working on it, but it's not working yet. So we should put a bug. Okay, let's mark some stuff here. Shared preferences. For now, we will have redundant data checking. This is okay too in the isolate. In an ideal world, we would update the shared preference in our main thread. I think this is the best that we can do for now. Also, we should probably move this out because this is going to get very noisy very quickly. But that's okay. Okay, so we need two things essentially. We need this. Okay, yeah, no. Let's move this out. We're moving this out. Let's do. I don't know if VM entry points need to be in the same file as main. I also don't think it has to be called callback dispatcher, so. Let's just, yeah, let's just make a new, folder and we'll deal with everything else later, right? This, this repository is getting kind of lit. Like it has so many sections. Okay. This is going to be background task, background. Yeah, background task is okay, right? Let's do a new folder. Background task callback. And I wonder how I shift in between files on VS Code. But we could just do something like this. We can save this. We can take this all out, put this in here. Let's start. I don't think we need shared preferences right now. And let's see. Something like this, something like that. Cool. Okay, and now that this is all here, we can now take this. Where is the platform? I see. Okay. Where is this? Where did I put a static? Let's shift this over here. We only need this during the check. It's supposed to do this every 5 seconds. Do we want to instantiate an app list every 5 seconds? No, but we can do this for now. Profile what else do we need for this to work? We need this. Bro, this is so freaking long. What the? Okay, that's okay. We're gonna take out debugging. We don't need that. What is this? This is also for debugging. Don't need that. We should also remove that from the main function as well, but that's okay. And I guess we can do this. All right, and that pretty much solves that. What's up, Amit? Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. How are you doing? Doing good? Nice. I'm doing well. I've been making progress on my app, so I'm kind of happy so far, or at least happy with the progress for today. I am feeling a little bit more tired, but we're making progress, so it's good. Okay, so all right, so with this logic, what we need to send over to, yeah, we need to send over this. We need to send over the list of blocked apps. And why are you complaining? It's literally the same code. Hello. It's not the same code. JK. Okay. And then pretty much over. We should really have all of this be in the callback, right? This should be one function. It should be, honestly. We can put it here for now. Void trigger or init background threads background tasks, something like that. This is an async callback dispatcher. All right, we can do something like this. This will probably work well. Something like that. This is happening on the main thread, so it's okay to do this. I wonder widgets, Flutter framework. All right, this doesn't seem to be working. Why isn't this working? You know what? It's probably because the context doesn't, okay. It's because the context doesn't exist. Because did change app lifecycle is actually in a class, or a class that's a widget. What's my goal for today? My goal is, well, I have a lot of stuff to do. I put a bunch of stuff yesterday, so I guess we're starting with the first part, which is to properly pass input data to a checked block list. So we're just focusing on passing data into a parallel thread or a background thread, and then we can kind of take things from there once things are working. Let's do we don't need that, and this is we can just pass this in through here, like that. All right, this looks pretty good. This looks pretty good. This is going to pass information back. This is wrong. We should put a comment over this and say, oh, it actually doesn't matter if this, we don't need a comment for this to happen on the main thread, but we should add a comment to just say this initializes, or not even this, just straight into the action verb, initializes background tasks that check that pull up to date usage data for apps on a device and determines well, technically this isn't even, I don't even like this background task callback. Let's put it up here. Callback that pulls up-to-date usage data for apps on a device and determines if an overlay should be triggered. Now this all depends on one thing. It depends on where overlay main like where is overlay main called? Okay, so it's only called there, which means that it's tied directly to the third-party plugin, which means that it should be okay that we're not calling overlay main, because we'll call it through Flutter overlay window or whatever it is. Excuse me. I don't know why it does this. Like every time that I try to like comment, it doesn't work. But as soon as I do this and then I do it again, okay. All right, it's not working. Control Alt C. Maybe I have to do it slower. Or faster? Nope. Oh, I just have to press it more than once. Okay. What's happening here? Oh, it's just starting a new one. Okay, cool. And then the next thing to do. All right, the next thing to do. First, we need to see if blocked apps gets passed in, right? So let's print that out. That's the first thing. I mean, I guess like the logic is here. Except this doesn't really do that. I guess we'll do it underneath here because we're trying to replicate that. Something similar to converting the JSON object that we get into a list that we can use. So the first thing we need is our personal profile or our user profile that we're passing through. And that'll be here. And blocked app list is going to be, it's just going to be a list of profile apps, right? Okay. It's a list of profile apps. How did I do this before? All right, there's gonna be a little bit of a struggle, I think. What's up, Craig? How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Is Flutter hard to learn? Flutter, yes. Dart, no. So Flutter is a framework built off of the Dart language. Dart feels pretty similar, like a pretty similar learning pattern to object-oriented languages. So if you were able to learn C++ and Java, you should be okay to learn Dart. Even if you learn Python, you should also be okay to learn Dart. Flutter, saying that Flutter is hard to learn is just like saying like is a framework hard to learn. In the initial parts of it, it is hard just because you don't like there's so much that goes into a well documented, well structured framework like React or Express or Node. I think those are all separate. They may be collected together, but I'm not sure about the JavaScript frameworks. But it's only hard because there's only so much to know. After you know what it is, like what your where things relatively are, it becomes a lot easier to use in the future. I know JavaScript, but not C++. Oh yeah, you'll be fine. Dart's language, like syntax, has a lot of asynchronous stuff. Like we have async. There's not as much callback loops like in JavaScript, but at the same time, there's also ways to get around it. Like you could have like a lot of loops and stuff. Like a lot of code can end up being kind of like loops within loops kind of thing. Like where you have like then responses. What is it like if and then thens or yeah, I'm not exactly sure about JavaScript. It's been a while, but yeah, you should be okay. I think it's not that bad. Just has a little bit of a learning curve. Still learning a lot, so I'm not very efficient yet, but I am working on it. Nice. Cool. Yeah, I'm still working on Flutter, so you know, feel free to join in if you want to just kind of like code along or just feel like you're kind of coding with someone. I do chat a little bit, so I don't know if the noise helps you focus, but hopefully being around other coders is helpful for you. I don't know. Okay, I have to convert this into a list. Can I just cast it? I can just cast, right? Like off the rip. There's a fly. Okay, stop. I'm being attacked by a fly, man. Let's ask let's ask Gemini. What is your main language? What is the main language I use? It depends. For work I do C++ and Objective C, and for side projects it's mainly Dart is what I'm using now. But I'm very close to like I've had to do some things in Kotlin, so I feel like it's slowly becoming like a side language that I'm learning, and I'm also going to have to use Swift at some point when I'm doing the iOS variation. Yeah, I would love to be good with C++. Yeah, I think we all do. I think I think I just try my best, but yeah, It's a hard language for sure. Oh, we can just cast it? Okay, let's try that. It says we can just cast it, so let's try. What's the problem? List. How did I do this in for other? Let's see. Why did I do this? Decode schedule item equals. Oh, you do have to make a But I thought that I added. Yeah, okay, I did. All right, so we are going to have to do something along the lines of this. So let's try that. Input data map. It's a map of string dynamic. Something like this. And item profile. All right, we'll try this out. This seems doable. I also don't like how my emulator lags in between, but that's okay. All right, are we good to go? We definitely broke something. Blocked apps has the wrong type. Work Manager only supports. All right, we try again. profile app is not a... The thing is, this kind of doesn't make any sense. Why is it saying... This doesn't make any sense. Why is it saying that it doesn't support... Work Manager supports only int, but it requires a string. Maybe this isn't a map. Maybe it's being seen as a hash map. Let's see. Maybe I just need all right, let's try that. Why do you have a problem with this? Exception. Bool double string and their list. I don't understand. If I did this, would you complain? Do you use Figma to mock up your projects or just think of it and go with it? I use Figma. Yeah, I have a Figma, like Figma mocks for this. It's like the easiest way to just kind of code it out. Okay, so this does work because of strings, which means that it's not being converted properly. But this still isn't being... Right, this isn't being converted as a... Okay. Do we have to convert... We have to convert the array to a list of strings. The first thing I need to do is I have to print map. I need to see what this looks like. Okay, so clearly, no. This is a joke. Because profile app, we made it so that the string, when this is converted to a string, it converts package name. And when we cast it, what it really does is it turns it into a map within a string dynamic. But isn't this a string? Not really. Typecasting is like gets so complicated sometimes. Blocked app list, cast profile app. I don't understand. If this is how this works, then why doesn't it? Why doesn't it work here? Maybe I should maybe I should do like, can I do a to JSON? No, I can't. Can I do a to string? I don't know if that'll work. It'll probably, I think I gave an error before. I mean, technically, I guess this will work. It isn't working. So even with this, where the print works to show it, when we go up here, oh right, because it's not a because it's not being converted properly into a list. So my next question is, Oh, do I have to stop this? I may have to stop this. You may have to run it. Why is this input data not being pushed in? Input data map. And then if this doesn't work, then I assume it's because the local variable is being wiped, maybe? Is it working? I think it might be. It is working. Okay, so this is working. We don't need anything else, to be honest. All we really need is a list of app names. And this is good because we can just check this list to see if it's available. And if it is, then we're good to go. I think Figma is so interesting, but I am not a designer. Yeah, I'm not a designer either. I'd rather just look at a mock-up and code it all versus creating the graphics. Yeah, I agree. But in open source world, you just kind of have to be a jack of all trades and figure it out on your own, you know? There's no it's all bootstrapping. There's no income to pay off workers and whatnot. At least not yet. Okay, so now we have a list. Let's see. Yeah, it seems like you really do have to like stop the app and run it back. There's definitely some ingrained code that needs to be ran when the application is launched. In order to properly test callbacks. Okay. Seems a little weird, but that just tends to happen sometimes, especially when running platform-specific code. All right, let's see if this runs properly. Let's see. Why isn't this working? What is going on? Why is this not working? Oh, this is probably what's that's probably what's being printed here. The map is being printed, which means that the background task callback isn't being called. Call dispatcher and call dispatcher. It seems like background task callback isn't being called at all. But it is. Wait. Oh, I'm dumb. Oh, silly me. This needs to be in there. Or it doesn't even need to be in there. It just needs to be before it. Okay, maybe it doesn't. It needs to be in here. Excuse me. All right, let's check it out. Let's see if this works. Worker result failure for work. Ooh. Tried calling map closure dynamic string. Ah. Failed. It failed. Yeah, I don't want to look this up. Let's see. All right, so this fails. Let's try a reload or a hot restart, I should say. See if this works. It probably will. It does not. But it doesn't because it still says it's trying to call a map. Do I need to do this? Do I need to close the app completely? Maybe? Do you use any useful VS extensions for web development? I think the most that I used is like preview, like live previews. There's a bunch of extensions that do it, but anything that updates every time I save it. Tried calling cache string. Okay, that clearly doesn't work. See, this is why I hate using this sometimes. I feel like sometimes it just doesn't get the job done. Okay, yeah. We have to do this, and then we have to say as list, and then something like that. It's kind of weird that this doesn't work unless I completely stop it, but that's okay. Let me see. I'm currently trying to find the best environment for myself. I have been looking a lot into NeoVim. It seems pretty cool. Oh, I've never seen NeoVim. I'm guessing it has to do with virtual, or it's not even virtual machine. It probably just has to do with Vim, right? Like using Vim. I don't use Vim personally though. I give kudos to anyone who's able to do it. What's up, Abdul? Have you tried React Native? What's your opinion on both Flutter and React Native? I think I did a video on what I thought about React Native. Let me see. Man, I do not do a good job of labeling my videos. Okay, well, lesson learned. Lesson learned, I should probably make my videos more explicit. I'll do another video on how to, like, or what my opinion is on both Flutter and React, but I thought I did. But yeah. I think that they're both the same, and it really just matters on, or they're not the same, but frameworks are always versatile, so sometimes it's just about like how you use it. And I think that React has probably more support just because JavaScript is more widely used, but I think they both kind of fit the bill to support a cross-platform application. So I wouldn't worry too much about which framework to choose. I would just pick one based on what you're comfortable with now so that you can learn a lot more of the complicated subjects like concurrency or caching or parallelism or multi-threading and try to grow as a developer that way. Because if you, like, for example, if you learn multi-threading in one language, it'll just apply to all the languages, right? So the goal is to just be a better software engineer overall because the languages are always changing. Some languages stick around longer than others, like JavaScript, but we already know that things like even JavaScript, like people evolved into TypeScript. So you'll have to learn a new language or a superscript eventually of a language. So yeah. Why did this create a new... Oh, maybe I should do that. Wait. Returns a JSON object. I don't want it to return a JSON object though. Okay, this is useless. Some people said dot from. Do you have an experience making an API? Yeah. I mean, we're making them right now. These are all APIs. All right, let's try closing this. Let's try running it again. We're getting there. It's a conversion, but yeah, APIs are just a of fancy ways of saying that we're creating helper methods that communicate between two objects. So I know it sounds a lot scarier than it is, but it's not. Any advice on making one? I have to make one for a startup I work for. Yeah. You just kind of like if you make a class and you have helper methods within the class, it's an API. So you like call the class to use the helper methods. Um, and yeah. Oh my jeez, please. And typecast is not a subtype of type string. Type string is not a... Yeah, because it's returning a string that's an array. Okay, this is kind of frustrating. For some reason, even though this is returning a map string dynamic, it's still doing some type of detection to see what what primitive type we're sending to our map. And it's just not making it easy to cast things easier. Like it's not casting properly. All right, let's see. This will probably work. Yeah. Yup. Flutter, how to convert a string that represents an array into a list of strings. Let's try that, maybe. All right, we try this again. See if this works. All right, let's see if this works. Error code. Failure for error code. Unexpected character at character 2, 0. Why do you have such a problem? All right, this time we encode the JSON. All right, this is just broken. Oh, I'm so confused. blocked app, cast string. All right, I think this will work. Stack Overflow for the win. This is why I don't like chat AIs. Sometimes they just don't understand what I want. All right, we try this again. Let's see if it crashes. It should not crash here anymore. It does crash on the second character though. It crashes on the second character because it hates me. It literally doesn't... Like, why are you... I don't get it. I do not get it. I don't know what's going on anymore. It's not making any sense. This is stressful. All right, let's see. Blocked apps. Is there space that I add? The space shouldn't matter, right? I don't think it matters. Maybe we just need the comma? Maybe that's why? I wonder if I do this. What if I grab a list? Will it allow me to, like, will this work? No, it doesn't. Can I cast this to... Can I do this? This feels like it makes sense, right? All right. All right, hopefully this doesn't crash anything. All right, please work. It doesn't work. Oh. This guy just has it as JSON decode. Maybe I'll go to a different one. You think that this will cause issues? Probably, right? This will probably still cause issues. All right, it's still failing. I'm assuming that it's because this JSON string is not working well. Input data shows this. You know what? Let's do this. Let's break this down into every possible thing that this could be. All right, we're gonna try this out. We're gonna see what this prints before it crashes, because for some reason something is just not adding up. Our JSON string is not converting. So we try again. All right, let's take a look. It's a string. It looks like this. 0, 1, 2. I guess we'll just do that. Let's comment this all out. Let's bring this back. Actually, we can just do a range, right? How do we do this? Okay, we need to do a bunch of things here, actually. A lot of validating. So let's first remove all of this mumbo jumbo. Then the first thing we need to do, remove this. So if this is not empty, then that means that there is at least one app. And if there is at least one app, which there should always be, we should do 1 to block depth string dot length -1. And we should split this. And honestly, we should do all of this. We should do all of this if it's not empty. If it is empty, we shouldn't even iterate, to be honest. Okay, so this is kind of hacky, but honestly, I don't care anymore. This pretty much converts. So we have a string. We have a string that represents an array, but it also ended up taking the brackets, and I was trying to find a way to do it properly, like to convert a string that represents an array, but I don't think there's a way to actually remove the brackets. So what we're gonna do instead is just manually take out the braces, and that would naturally make this work, which it should work now. Yep, there you go. This is a list of strings, so you don't see two braces here. And this is just pumping out every time. And this is fine because this is just to keep a list of blocked apps. And we don't even need to we shouldn't we actually shouldn't do it this way, because I don't want to keep on creating this logic that's very heavy. something like this. So we check if it's empty. If it's not, we do this. And either way, we're just printing out the blocked app. Well, we're not printing it out. We're using it in this for loop check eventually. But yeah, this logic works fine because the only time we're worried about updates to this blocked app list, but the only way to update it is by going back into our app. And if you go back into the app and you background it again, it cancels all of the backlogs of background threads, and it restarts them, so it'll be restarted with the updated blocked app list. If that makes sense. Probably doesn't make any sense because it's all in my head, but this is good enough, right? Yep, there you go. Cool. So this is all working now. I feel like this is a good place to end for now. I'm feeling kind of tired. We're at the 3-hour mark. We did pretty good today. We hit a huge milestone, which I'm very happy about. Again, I appreciate you guys. If you're tuning in for the first time and you haven't been a part of the channel or the community yet, then feel free to subscribe so you can join the next stream that I do, and you could see all the content. Hopefully I create more stuff that'll help you guys out. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for coming, and